Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. So if you are new here, my name is Phoebe Hagan, IFBB Bikini Pro from the UK, currently living her best life in Dubai, and this is my series called Ask an IFBB Pro, where you ask me, an IFBB Pro, literally anything that you kind of want answered. And today's episode is dealing with pressure within competing. Now, I think this is something that is majorly overlooked as a competitor in general. Whether you're a pro or an amateur, I think a lot of people do put a lot of their pressure on themselves, but they also feel a lot of pressure from others as well. And I'm gonna kind of explain why. I think this was a really hard question for me to answer because I do feel that professionals do feel more pressure, I guess, on themselves when they're competing versus amateurs, but at the same time, it generally depends on how much pressure I feel you put on yourself. So I think a lot of people tend to put a lot of pressure on themselves because of others around them and all that type of thing, and we really don't need to. Getting a pro card within the bodybuilding world is such a big thing, and a lot of people go, you know, that's their main end goal. I'd say 95% of people that step on stage, that is their end goal, is wanting to turn pro. Putting themselves through that pressure of wanting to go pro is very, very, like, a lot sometimes. And then when you turn pro, it's like you've entered a whole different league. It's almost like starting from the bottom again because you've got to work your way up. That pressure of turning then pro and having your pro debut and all that type of thing, it's very difficult. I personally think the pressure can be very similar. Don't get me wrong, I think the top level pros like Miss Bikini Olympia, Mr. Olympia, top level pros do feel a lot more pressure because the limelight is on them, let's be honest. They're gonna feel that pressure way more than anyone else in the bodybuilding world. It's sometimes very difficult for me to relate to because obviously I've never been Mr. or Miss Olympia at all. Defending your title for something that you've already won, I can't even imagine what that pressure feels like, because it's almost like you have to prove to yourself and to others how you can defend that title and come back better. The pressure we put on ourselves can sometimes be our own mistake. And unless you have this crazy ass coach that is making you, like, saying you have to win this, you have to do that, and you feel tons of pressure from them alone, there is no one actually putting any pressure on you at all. But ultimately, the only reason that we feel pressure is because we don't want to let ourselves or anyone else down. Or that's how I used to feel anyway. So when people say to me, oh my God, you've got this, you're gonna win this, immediately I would think, oh my God, I have to win this, otherwise I'm letting other people down and myself down. When in actual fact, this is something that I've learned within the bodybuilding world, and I think I've carried this throughout life in general now, is that people will always support you no matter what. So if you come dead last and you did really, really bad at your show that you really wanted to win, the people that actually care about you, the supporters that care about you, will say, get up, try again. You still looked amazing, you still smashed it, because that's all they ultimately care about, is how you feel, and that pressure that we feel is put on ourselves. I personally feel pressure can definitely be a very, very good thing, may I add as well. So you can let pressure either make or break you. I really do truly believe that you can literally, it can be a win or lose type situation. You can let pressure get to you to the point where you think it really does let your mindset go. Or you can use that mentality for extra motivation throughout all of your sessions, within cardio, within training, within everything, and say, do you know what, I do want to do this for people that are believing in me, you know? You can use that pressure to push you on throughout your prep. And that's what I've really used recently in the last few years of competing and stuff. I've used that pressure that I do sometimes feel when others kind of say, you know, you're gonna win this, you've got this, to push me to be even better than I am within the gym and stuff. If I'm feeling down and I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling the pressure, be like, don't turn it into a negative thing, turn it into a positive thing, where you can be like, no, let's use this as a good thing. So I think pressure can be a make or break type situation. And if you let it break you, then it's not gonna carry you in a good way. Let it make you, and you know, you never know where it can take you. That's what I kind of feel with dealing with pressure. Pro versus amateur, obviously the top level pros are going to feel a lot more pressure because there is a lot more limelight on them, but I do feel like everyone feels the same amount of pressure, no matter who you are. And sometimes it's ultimately down to ourselves, how much pressure we put on ourselves to be the best us. We do bodybuilding because we want to be the best us, but sometimes it can get carried away. That's what I think. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you like these kind of like series, because I have been enjoying these. I've got a bunch, like literally questions for so many videos coming forwards with this, so I'm really excited to answer all of these. I'm going to be doing these every single week. Let me know if you enjoy these. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel because it really helps support my channel. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.